So we can see that K-pop is still going strong, but today our Yim Yoonhee joins us with something a little different. And today we're going to take a look at the choral music of Korea, apparently. Good afternoon, Yoonhee.
Good afternoon, right. So choral music is actually quite popular here in Korea and quite successful as well. Some of the groups have really gone on to make a name for themselves on the global choral music map. And so the International Federation for Choral Music was established in 1982, and they wanted to create a platform for these global choral groups to share ideas with each other. And from there, the symposium, the World Symposium on Choral Music, was established, and it sat down this week in Seoul. Take a look.
A dozen or so voices, whimsical harmonization on the stage that'll get any foot tapping. It's a choir, but this group has so much more to offer than just their voices.
We are here to show a great and honorable image of Africa.
The International Federation for Choral Music has put together the World Symposium on Choral Music, held every 3 years, where they aim to use the universality of the choir to mend gaps between nations. The location of the symposium changes every time in order to include the many participants, and this year's has touched down in Seoul, each country bringing with it works composed under the theme of healing and youth.
So we've asked each choir to prepare programs that talk about this theme in different ways. Some places, may talk about how healing is done through music and about how you are healing the sick. Other people have taken it as a theme about world peace and healing the world. So it's gone in many, many different ways.
The National Theatre of Korea is now the stage for 19 different countries, which means a flurry of differences in culture and tradition. And while the goal of the symposium is to create harmony in the world, the diversity is very much welcomed, as it gives people a chance to share their heritage and customs through the songs of their people.
Norway has very many mountains and valleys, so that means it's different traditions were evolving in one valley, and then the next valley had something completely different. So it is a very rich and very diverse tradition. And I believe it is a fantastic treasure that Norway has, so I'm very happy to be able to present it here in the other side of the world.
As the host nation, Korea also has a great deal to offer to the symposium. There's strong support for choral music in Korea, and as a result, the art has flourished, with hundreds of choral groups found across the nation. And this year's theme of healing and youth comes at a much-needed time when Korea is still in mourning from the Seoul ferry accident, where most of the victims were still in their youth.
One of the pieces that I have programmed is a work called Requiem, as we sing this in honor of those who've been lost, but especially for comfort for those who mourn their loss. And we hope that this music will bring that to all of our delegates, but also to the wonderful people of Korea.
Beautiful, beautiful harmony there. And the theme of healing is pretty much, very much needed in Korea right now. So we've seen some of the performances. What else is there in the symposium?
So this is a very unique event. So this year alone, they attracted over 1,000 different musicians, choral musicians from around the world. So on top of beautiful performances, they're also going to be having lectures and seminars given or hosted by some of the world's top choral musicians. And so a very unique event for those attending.
So the whole whole event will end on Wednesday, I believe.
Right. So it is coming to a close this week. But you know, they have 6 more performances, including the final performance on Wednesday, which is set to feature the performance of the World Vision Children's Choir. And so this is a world traveling choir. Beautiful to see. You know, I highly recommend attending, if not that performance, but any of these performances, because you know, it's not your neighborhood choral group. It's a world-renowned group. You know, who was very proud of their work, very proud of their country, very proud of what they do. And so you could really see that passion and feel it. And so, you know, a really good event that only comes around once in every 3 years, and you know, it's right here in Seoul.
Okay, all right. Thank you very much, Yoonhee, for your report today.
Always a pleasure.